Malshan, the same day. Burberry scars, shrimp and Perry on. Living like a comet, moving amongst the stars. $100,000 sports cars, silk massage, menage a trois. Yes, I've been a boss. Sauntering, maitre d' staying flabbergasted. Her ass about the size of an infant's casket.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show that is #1 in parts unknown and the undead realm. Welcome to the show that won a lifetime PWI Achievement Award for worst Instagram handle ever. Welcome.
That is correct. That is true.
Rope Wrestling Talk. I am one rude, happy motherfucker, because look who's back. But we're getting to that. I am also the greatest group champ in history, the soundboard by God extraordinaire, the jack of all trades, the master of absolutely none, the South Philly Psycho, D.O.N. God, it's good to have Grandma back. Let's just fucking go! And of course, finally, thankfully, the woman who is back from her sick leave and Dynamite, the first lady of Top Rope Wrestling Talk, the ninth wonder of the podcasting world, because we don't treat her like a woman, but we damn sure don't treat her like a man. The one, the only, Latina Heat, Grandma Wendy!
Viva la raza! If you're not cheating, you're not driving.
Happy dancing to this shit.
We cheat, we steal. We lie, we cheat, we steal. Mama, see now, we got...
So good to be
And of course, our host, the founder of Top Rope Wrestling Talk, the biggest MJF mark you will ever meet, who's scarfless, blasphemous, better, the salt of the earth of podcasting, the high class one, Bruce.
Yes, I am.
and he knows it.
Yes, I do.
See?
Oh my God, it is so nice
Fuck
to have
yeah.
the trio back together.
Back, you guys.
Yes!
Oh,
Feels
we're
good.
back.
This feels great. This feels right and perfect. Fantastic stuff, I tell you. This is it.
I don't feel whole without Grandma.
Nope. My life is empty
And-
without you two.
And listen, she's back, and today we do our very first wrestler or fan of the first quarter.
So
Oh man,
good.
I don't even want to fight her because she's back. I gotta let her win because she's back.
Tonight in
Put it up,
this
punch it.
episode, will the TRWT3 be watching an hour of Matt Sydal wrestling, or will the three of us be watching an hour of CM Punk promos and
The question
matches?
really becomes: will Dom be sleeping for an hour live on YouTube, or will Wendy be screaming? Will be screaming the words "dick punch" for an hour on YouTube?
You know me so well, sir. You know me so well.
I know. I missed you.
I'll be yelling for that hour.
So there was some pretty interesting stuff that has happened since our last show, and then there was some stuff that came to light like at the end of the show last week. But one of the biggest things that I really want to talk about is Mustafa Ali asking for his release.
Mhm.
And after the stories of WWE saying they're no longer going to keep people in their contracts, they're going to release them and give them their 90 days. What did they do to Mr. Ali, the hidden treasure of professional wrestling? They
Denied.
refused to release him from his contract.
They're
So
like, we
here's-
will
here's-
not.
Here's
Okay, you thought, Ali. Ha!
here's the real question. How much time does he really have on his contract? Is
I
it
have no clue.
is it 7 months? Is it 7 years? Is it
I'm
a
gonna say
year?
somewhere
Is
in
it
the
a year
middle.
and a half? You know, we could actually go without seeing Mustafa Ali in a wrestling ring for up to 5 years.
Could, we will.
We
VKM
Well, I mean,
is petty enough to be like, that's what you're getting for X amount of time till further notice.
See, everybody already with the Grandma Wendy stuff. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Brian!
Mustafa Ali is about to become EC3 2.0, where he just went somewhere for a couple of years, and we were like, somebody put out the missing persons report, get him on milk cartons. I don't know where the fuck he is. That's Mustafa Ali's immediate future. I don't know how long, but it's happening, and it was kind of a disappointment when you heard him speak so passionately about wanting to move forward and follow his dream and share his voice, and then they were just like, yeah, great. No.
It's disappointing when you see his TikTok and what he is capable of. When you
Mhm.
look back at his pre-WWE days and you know what he's capable of, it is beyond disappointing to know they're going to ride out his contract and let him sit on his ass until they decide, you know what, we're done playing this game.
There was some report, and it wasn't even a credible source. Not that most wrestling report sites are, but this one's bad for that. It's like the Fox News of wrestling sites. I'm not going to say their
one?
name.
Which one?
I'm not going to say their name. I'm not giving them time on the show.
Which Fox News site is this for?
But
wrestling?
they had said that this whole thing is leading into some sort of angle, whereas Mustafa Ali will become what is eventually the next CM Punk. Like, he's going to be the guy that sits on the stage and whines, and he's going to complain about his missed opportunities like Punk did and everything else. And my response to that was, wasn't that the whole point of Retribution?
Yeah.
I know it sucked, but wasn't that the whole point, was that these guys were held down and they didn't want to follow the rules, and they were overlooked, and we all saw how that went. It did not go the way CM Punk did, by the way, in case you weren't watching, because a lot of you didn't. Let's be real.
The thing is could I see Ali playing the role of the new CM Punk in WWE?
Yes.
He would smash it out of the fucking ballpark, because not only is he amazing in the ring, his promos that he cuts, his vignettes that he does, they're friggin' gold. He can talk with the best of them, but they don't let him.
I was going to say that. I could
Why?
see him doing it.
Oh.
I could see him doing it. The question is, will they let him do it? And the answer to that is no.
The real answer is, I'm sorry, but you're not big enough. You're too small to be our world champion.
What it is. Literally what it is.
Yeah. I don't know why they ever took him off 205 Live. Like,
well, I mean,
205 Live's not even 205 Live anymore.
I don't even think it's a thing anymore, because they don't have any cruiserweights. But you let guys like him, Gargano, smaller guys just kind of sit there in catering or go by the wayside and just do away with the whole division. I don't get it.
They don't even sit in catering. They're just sent home. They're like, why are you even here?
Yeah. What'd you come in for today? Go home.
You're still here? What? We thought your contract ran out. Go home.
Family in the building. What up, brah?
So we're gonna kind of stay in the same realm of what we're talking about with the Ali release. We were gonna talk about it later, but it just kind of rolls so good together. There is a story out. It was Ringside News. They're hit or miss.
Mostly
they're
missed.
they're a hit or miss. But they were told by a member of the creative, which I mean, it's usually Vince and all his like close knit people. So I don't know. Basically saying that Vince wants to keep Finn Balor for as long as he can because he does not want Balor or Prince Devitt to show up in AEW. So he's going to do it. Basically, WWE is going to do whatever they can to keep Finn Balor in WWE.
Yeah, they're
What do
they're
you? What do
basically
you?
they're making him a rub guy, more or less. It happened with Austin Theory Monday. Like that's what Finn Balor has become. Like he's the guy that, Roman ended his streak when he was the Demon. Now Austin Theory gets a big win on Raw against him, and then he'll go away until somebody else needs a big win, and then
Theory
Finn will
didn't
pop
have
back
much
up.
of a choice. Theory didn't have much of a choice. Vince was like, "Do it," or I'm like, "Put my foot literally in your asshole." Like there was nothing figurative about that shit. He was like, "I will literally wear
He
you
really
like
did.
a fucking sock."
It was
Like,
worse than that. She's summarizing a very long
It was
threat.
so cringy and long. And Theory had no choice. He had to. Let's be real. He had to. That
He was going
wasn't
to
a
turn him
promo.
into a pile of snot and blood, from what I remember.
That was not a promo. That was not a promo. That was like a live action threat.
That was a death threat.
Yeah.
A death threat from a senile billionaire on Monday night.
With a weird puffy face. So creepy.
Coke and steroids, people.
With
Coke
Balor,
and
though, like,
steroids.
it's I mean, I from a business perspective, I can understand why he would be doing that with Balor, but let's be real. Like, you're basically fucking over his entire career. You're treating a fucking gold star like a turd. The potential that he has, it's only visible if he gets out of E. Because if we look back on New Japan, fucking Prince Devitt was one of the best. Fuck you, Captain New Japan. That shit was fucking great. Great deal.
No, I know. Finn Balor has been successful everywhere, but essentially the main roster. Like, he had that one good day when he won the Universal title.
Yeah.
First
That one good day. Because the next day, he had to give
it wasn't
it up.
even a whole ass day. It wasn't even the whole ass day.
It was like a
It
whole
was
18
like 10
hours.
Yeah, 10, 18 hours.
He's been on the main roster for years. He said 18 hours.
Yep.
And it's horrible. Guys like him, guys like Shinsuke Nakamura, I don't understand why they are in the roles that they are in. It doesn't make any sense. These guys are fucking phenomenal wrestlers, superstars, characters, whatever the fuck you want to call them. And yet, one's getting beaten every other week, and the other one has got some weird dude who just got a haircut playing his music on the way out. Like, I don't understand it.
But do you want to understand it? I'll make it very simple for you to understand right now.
Please help me.
They are Triple H guys.
Yeah, they really are.
Okay, yes.
Yeah. And Brian
The
put it
real
best.
Wendy is
Brian
back.
said-
Yes.
Brian said Vince McMahon is like that parent who will do anything to sabotage their children to keep them from being independent and getting far as fuck away and truly succeeding. True.
Mhm.
True.
Mm-hmm.
He's like
I agree with that, but more importantly, I agree with Brucey. Like, they're Triple H guys.
Yeah.
And it does not bode well for them to succeed. So it's just like, okay, back of the line.
So then, using Brian's analogy, he's the foster uncle who took in these kids and now won't let them go.
Yeah, that's Pipe. That's what we were saying. Wendy is looking like
I'm looking healthy for once.
she's looking hella good tonight. That's
These
all.
last 2 weeks, I've looked like hot Chinatown
Like,
garbage.
we have to treat her like a woman this week because she looks.
A cross-dresser is fine. It's totally okay too.
So, I mean, we're kind of on a roll, and we're talking.
One time
about
for Grandma.
Hello, nurse.
Yes.
Okay,
Nice
back to
check, y'all.
Brucey.
So, talking about Triple H guys, another Triple H guy just re-signed with WWE, and it's another surprise. Is
Yeah.
Sami Zayn?
Yeah.
He just re-signed a new contract. Actually, it said in the article he re-signed around the same time that Kevin Owens did.
Yeah, he
Now,
was.
now, just going off what we were just talking about with Balor and Vince willing to throw stupid money to keep him there so he doesn't go to AEW. Do you think that's what they did with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens because they knew if they left, they were going to AEW?
I don't think so.
And-
I think Kevin Owens is established and comfortable there, and I can see, considering the rapport and history that those two have, I can see him like convincing him like, just stay.
I mean, at the same time, Kevin Owens is the same one that was.
Sorry. Am I on the right YouTube channel, or is this exploiting grandma? Both.
Exploiting grandma.
Oh.
Exploitation.
I mean, but at the
See,
same
that's
time,
my answer. Is Pepsi Phil's answer?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Sammy and
saying.
Kevin are basically family. Like they've been wrestling buddies for life.
No, I
They were in
understand
ROH
that.
together. They were practically in NXT together for a minute, and then they both went to the main roster together. So I feel like they want to stay wherever the other one is. Like if Kevin resigns, Sammy's
Yeah.
like, okay, I guess I will. Because when you look at Sami Zayn right now, he's another one that's like, I don't really see him going anywhere. So, and I don't mean like, oh, he's so good with the company that he needs to stick around. Like, I don't know what Sami Zayn is actually doing in WWE, but
Nothing.
at the
Looking
same,
like
but
a
then he
weird
looks and he
ginger
sees
Fidel
that,
Castro.
you know, Kevin Owens has re-signed, so he's like, well, fuck it, I guess I'll stick around too.
Yeah.
You know, those guys are practically family, so I guess it's one of those things like, well, if you're gonna stay, I'm gonna stay. It's the only logical thought I have for both of them. And WWE could have tried to throw more money at them to keep them. It's not a bad business move. They could certainly do better in other places, but could they make as much? Maybe not. So,
I can see
But
also, huh?
I was gonna say, but at the same time, you also got you know, it's like I feel like people forgot how bad Kevin Owens was actually shitting on WWE, and he was going around posting pictures of Mount Rushmore on Twitter.
Yep.
And posting all these pictures with the Bucks and stuff, basically saying, "Hey, guess what? Fuck you! I'm going to AEW."
exactly.
WWE had to have thrown a fuck ton of money at this man and put some crazy stipulations in his fucking contract to keep him. He was probably like, "Listen, I
And you know
want
what?
all pink M&Ms every day. They have to be plain,
But you
and
know what?
I want Canadian water. I don't want this American stuff. I want Canadian water everywhere I go." You
Put
know,
my M&Ms
something-
in a crystal bowl.
But you know what?
Yes.
It worked for Kevin Owens. That's the key. He probably did all that just to get WWE to throw money and conditions and whatever he
who was
wanted
it?
his way.
Who was it? I
And
saw someone
I'm okay
in group that said like
Oh,
he
thank
does
you,
have a
Peter.
family. He does have a family to consider, and like, you know, it's understandable why he would take a deal like that. You know, the man's got kids. He's got to look out for his family. You know, so it's understandable why he would take a deal like that.
I don't know if he ever had any intentions of leaving. I think he just
I don't
intended
think so. It doesn't seem like
to basically throw some shit out there for WWE to freak out about and just turn around and give him whatever he wanted.
Do you
And that's
think he was-
probably exactly what he got.
Do you think he was driving his own stock up for WWE to bring him
Fuck
more
yeah, that's the way
money
to
by
do it.
doing that?
that's the
Absolutely.
way to do it.
I would.
That's what- I mean, how many HR people
Bravo.
say? How many HR people say if you want a raise, go to your boss and be like, "Hey, this opportunity came up, and they're paying me X
Mhm.
amount." And a lot of businesses will be like, "Oh shit, but you're a workhorse, so let me match it or better it."
Yeah.
Hundo piece.
Mhm.
That's what he did.
It wouldn't surprise me if he did that. And then in his negotiations, he said, "And you better be good to Sammy."
Yeah.
And as much as you might want to hate on him because, I want to see him here, there, and everywhere, at the same time, you got to respect the game. That's a shrewd businessman. I give all the props to KO. Okay. Welcome back. Hashtag grandma for president. Fuck yeah. Thank you,
know,
Niggy.
It seems like KO sat under the sat under the tree of Bruiser Brody because he was a shrewd businessman and he knew his worth and he was like, fuck you, pay me. It seems like
Yeah.
KO learned a thing from that and was like, I know my worth and I know
You
where
know-
people want to see me. Fuck you, Vinny, pay me.
It's been reported over the years that KO and Trips have been, kind of close.
Mhm.
And Trips is kind of a shrewd businessman.
Yeah.
So maybe some of that rubbed off backstage. You know what I'm saying?
In industries like that, like in sports industries and wrestling, things like that, you have to know your worth and you have to have the balls to say, fuck you, pay me.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's saying the same thing. The
Mhm.
shit happens in pro sports all
Big
the
brain
time.
moves,
Genius
man. Big
move
brain
by
moves.
KO.
Mhm.
Like it is. You wanna do what's best for your family at some point. And KO has been everywhere. He's one of those guys. Sammy too.
Mhm.
So at this point, maybe they're just happy to collect that paycheck and wind down and do whatever the fuck WWE asks.
Yeah.
Because they've already done it. Like, to guys like that, AEW is like, oh, good, another promotion. Whoop-de-doo. I've been to them all. I've been to promotions you've never heard of in countries you can't spell.
But how do you spell Japan again? Is there a Y in there?
I'm pretty sure there's an H.
I. It's
I think
an I.
that's what it is. I think there's an
It's
I.
an
Yeah,
I.
I know it's
an
Is there
something
a Q?
dotted. I don't remember.
Is there a Q in there? No, that's Joaquin. My bad.
Yeah.
So there was a tweet that I saw the other day, and I took a snapshot of it and I wanted to share it, but it's obviously gotten around to other reporting sites about this. It was a tweet that said internally WWE is said to be disappointed with NXT 2.0 in its first 4 months.
Join the club.
The source said they thought more fans would gravitate towards the newer stars quicker than they have. Could it just be too much too fast? Either way, I don't expect any changes to the concept just yet.
Can I just have a moment, please? Can I just say this?
Yes.
I just say this? WWE, I don't care who you are, Vince McMahon, Nick Khan, Bruce, whatever. Look at me. Pay attention to this. You are disappointed with your fucking selves. There it is.
Yeah.
You created this, and now you are disappointed.
No,
You are disappointed in you simple group of
no,
bitches. I'm done.
No, that's not what it said. In this, it basically says they're disappointed
that the fans didn't radiate to it.
Yes, they're
Maybe
disappointed
because-
with the fans.
Maybe because the fans didn't see any reason to change NXT. You did. Just because you do doesn't mean that we do. Okay?
I wonder if WWE ever does like a focus group to be like, okay, you guys, like, what do you think about our product, honestly, and about where it's going and stuff? But here's the thing: I'm pretty sure in something like that, people would be like, "Oh, I love WWE. It's so great." Like,
Disappointed in NXT 2.0? Oh, golly gee, Batman. I wonder why.
I think that's what they need, though. They need a focus group with people like us who are going to be fucking honest and be like,
Mhm.
"Look, your shit's dry. It's
Black and gold.
I'm
Don't
sorry.
fix what's not broken.
What they needed to do was get behind Triple H's vision and put the main roster firepower into it, like they're trying to do with 2.0 these days, because they've got AJ going down there, they got other people going down there. When did that shit happen during the Wednesday Night Wars?
They
Oh,
need
right.
to legitimately
Oh, right. Wait,
trust the vision.
it did happen when they win. When they were winning, they brought guys down. They were invading for ratings because Survivor Series was coming, and they won those weeks. It's some of the few. They needed to do that. They're doing it now. It's too little. It's too late.
Yeah.
If you're disappointed in fans, good, because you have no idea what fans want.
No, because they're not really genuinely listening.
Mhm.
And any fan that they are listening to is probably like those fuckboys that fucking choke on Vinny's dick.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I hate to burst the bubble for some of you WWE stans or you youngins that don't know, but let me break it down for you. Vince McMahon's vision died when ECW was born.
Yeah.
Vince McMahon then created ECW Light in WWE, and from there he modified it. It has not been his vision since the mid fucking 90s. And NXT 2.0 is. I rest my case.
And it's
Lawyered.
rough to watch. It's rough to watch any of it.
All right. You guys, you good with that?
I'm good with that. You?
Okay.
Y'all got anything else?
I'm good. I'm good. I was like, well, I was gonna say some stuff, but I don't need to.
NXT 2.0. I haven't been this disappointed since Hornswoggle's heel.
Yeah, that was pretty fucking disappointing.
That was bad.
It was bad. It was
That was bad.
It was very disappointing.
Mm-hmm.
It was very bad.
Well, and more of the Twitterverse.
Oh boy.
Coming right at you, our boy Kyle O'Reilly
Oh no, this was good.
throws this tweet out.
This is about Walter's name change, right?
Yeah, so this was back in December 26th of 2019 when WWE on Fox tweeted this. So O'Reilly was working there, and it says, "Can we have just Walter chop O'Reilly for the entire thing?" I guess they were talking about a match or something.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And O'Reilly's comment said, "Ha, that's assuming between now and then Gunther doesn't get distracted by a chocolate river, falls into said river, and the Oompa Loompas do some weird German dance number. Highly likely scenario."
Oompa Loompa Doompa Doo. You had a cool name, now it's fuck you.
I just want to say this. I've
Oompa
actually
Loompa Doompa Dee. Now you're named after a fucking Nazi.
well, no, there's more to it. I've actually read this tweet like 100 times, and I didn't really start laughing out loud until I read it out loud and sounded how ridiculous it was because I could hear it. Like, that's fucking ridiculous,
Dude. I saw the tweet. I read it. I was on the floor rolling instantly.
What I love the most about this name change are the three big comparisons that have come out. The fucking fat kid from, even though his name was actually Augustus Gloop, but
yeah,
that with the Willy Wonka thing, fucking Gunther from Friends, QPD.
Yep.
And,
Did you see that picture with the central part?
Don't forget
Oh, yeah.
forget about the German Nazi boat general.
Oh, that too. Yes. The four big ones: the Nazi, the penguin, the coffee shop guy, and the fucking fat kid from Willy Wonka.
But
I'm serious.
It was
the picture that somebody put out there of Walter in the Central Park apron,
Yeah, with the apron,
with the short blonde hair and everything. Oh my god!
Died. I was like, get the fuck out! Get the fuck out!
So
I'll be there for
now,
you.
now speaking of Gunther, WWE has fully bailed on the name change and gimmick because of all of the backlash. They have officially pulled the trademark for Gunther Stark.
So are they not naming? Are they not going to change his name to Gunther?
No, they bailed on it.
Oh, thank God! Thank God! We need to give that a round of applause.
They had no choice. They had absolutely no choice but to bail on it.
It was like
it could have been anything, but once it was a German Nazi.
I can't remember
general.
the name now, but you remember at the beginning of like the women's evolution where they made those 3-woman teams, and one was called like the Something Submission Society, and it turned out there was like a whole porn group named the same thing.
Yes.
It was all BDSM-y and 50 Shades Grey and shit.
Yes.
And they immediately shut that shit down. I remember it was like Paige and Charlotte and maybe Sasha. And
it was something like that, yeah.
They really
this is worse.
Better about like doing their research about these kinds of things. Like, hey, I have an idea for a name. Oh, what is this idea? Ooh, but you know what? Let's double check just in case.
Submission sorority. Thank you, Pepsi Phil. He must be
Of course, Pepsi
Yes.
Phil would fucking know.
He's our dirty porn aficionado. So I knew he'd remember.
Of course he would know.
All you got to do is order Grandma Wendy on Wish.com, and that's what you get. But yeah, I mean, it was. This is worse. I mean, it's one thing for whips and chains, but it's another thing when we're talking Nazi generals. No.
That don't look good. That don't look good.
No. So
I'm pretty
yes,
sure whips and chains are more popular than Nazis. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right. Let's start getting into the good shit.
Do it.
Let's get into that good shit.
That good?
Grandma Wendy,
Yeah?
this segment belongs to you.
Oh,
this is
so
called Grandma's Live Review.
This is
Take
called
it
Grandma's
away.
Trip to Heaven.
Yes. This is where Wendy
That's
tells
right.
us about her live experience from Dynamite on Wednesday night and rubs it in our face.
I need Bradley here. Bradley, where are you?
I'll
So
get him.
much fun. When we got there, though, Brad and I were discussing the arena was really small. Like, it wasn't used to its full capacity because what is the women's basketball team? The Mystics play there, but it was like they just half of it. So it was like a petite thing, which like gave it an indie feel, but because there was like 2 levels, it was like a big indie feel. I don't know if that's what they
Okay.
were going for. Yeah.
So it's kind of like Best of Both Worlds, where it was like indie size, but it had all the budget and pyro of a major show.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no. But it was definitely awesome. Another great show. So awesome. It was great being able to see Mox come out. On some other group, I saw people talking shit about that, but I'm like, I don't care. It's good to see him back. It's good to hear him. It's good. It's nice for him to be like, what's up, you guys? Who the fuck was it with fucking Bubba Ray being all like, he owes people no, but he doesn't owe anybody nothing. He doesn't even owe an explanation, but he gave it to us anyway. So bless him for that. Bless him for that, you know? But it was really cool getting to see that. We saw Kip Sabian in the audience with the box on his head.
Yeah.
That was
hysterical. Yeah. You sent me that picture. Oh my god.
Yeah. So we just kind of saw him down there, which is really cool. It's always nice seeing local talent as well, especially because some of those were like, oh, hey, we know that guy, you know, so that was cool too. I will say this one complaint though, the merch. This is the second AEW show I go to where the merch is trash. It was just like old pay-per-view t-shirts, AEW logoed stuff, and not even like good stuff. It was just like a t-shirt maybe.
There's an AEW beer cozy. You know?
Yeah, and then like overpriced autographed action figures. I'm like,
Okay, that's disappointing.
Yeah.
I guess because most of their shit is on Pro Wrestling Tees, I'm guessing.
Yeah. I mean, you can like just order it online, but it's still kind of shitty. Like it, it would have been great.
You want a shirt when you go to the show.
Exactly.
No, absolutely. But that's kind of like the downside of, because like WWE, they do their own merch, so they can just throw shit wherever. Where with AEW, everything's handled through Pro Wrestling Tees, so it's basically made to order. So they can't just like make up a bunch of shirts and send them to the arena. That's what I'm saying. Like that's maybe you're one down. Because have you ever ordered a shirt from Pro Wrestling Tees? It takes like 2 months to get it.
I got to get your fucking shit, man.
Yeah, but
they don't even have the venues booked, and they'd have to tell Pro Wrestling Tees where to send the shit.
All they gotta do is send friggin' a box of shirts for each, or whatever, the ones that are hot.
Sidebar, Brian. Isn't this everybody's version of heaven? Like Grandma's version of heaven is where the pearly gates are covered in barbed wire, and one of the clouds has a WWF WrestleFest arcade cabinet.
And it's not even St. Peter at the gates. It's fucking Bruiser Brody and China being like, "Yo, what's up? Welcome home." And me being
Come on in.
Yeah. That's my heaven right there.
Isn't that everybody's? I mean, I know it's mine. I don't want to assume.
I tell people at work, wrestling shows are my church. Like I go there and that is like my Holy Spirit's right there in the audience. Just we're all losing our shit. That is church to me, and I feel it and I love it and I live for it. Being able to go to the AEW show was fucking amazing. The pyro was awesome. Brandy got the fuck booed out of her, and that shit was funny. You'll see it on Elevation. I died.
So I guess
poor Brandy.
one, did you hear what that guy yelled at Moxley? And two, did that guy actually get kicked out?
Yes.
Where I
Good
was
question.
sitting, I couldn't see too well because it was like I was on the balcony, like the second floor balcony, and he was kind of like tucked a little under kind of thing. So I
Uh-huh.
could really that, and there was a huge motherfucker sitting in front of me. So I'm like, really, dude? Really? You're gonna fucking do
Should
this?
have brought a
to me?
step ladder.
I'm
Fuck.
a fucking dwarf. You're gonna fucking do this to me,
Jose, put me on your shoulders.
right? Okay, yeah, one of you two needs to fucking carry me. This is bullshit, right? But I think he did get booted out.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
I did have to laugh though when I saw Philippe's comment in the thread about like, I hope he got out safely because he knows where the fucking arena's located. It's a shady ass neighborhood. On our drive in, we watched a dude get arrested at a Popeyes. It's some shady ass shit.
I swear, it was so hard to watch Dynamite because I was too busy scanning the crowd for Wendy. Two fucking hours. It was just like, there's something going on in the ring? I don't even know.
I don't know. There was two chicks behind me that were pretty funny up until Sting came out. And then one of them was like, why do I feel like I know him? And I'm like, because he's been around since 1985. 1985, man.
Because he was here before you were fucking born. That's why.
Exactly.
So you didn't have an annoying kid sitting in front of you this time, but you had a super
Bonus.
fucking huge guy.
Yes.
Downgrade.
What would you rather have, the annoying kid or the super fucking huge guy?
The huge guy was quiet. I'll take the huge guy over the fucking annoying kid every fucking day. Because at least I could stand up and see over the guy, you know.
I could get on top of my seat and
I
look
couldn't
out.
punch the
Like,
kid in the face. I can't punch the kid in the throat because I'll get like, I don't know, dinged by the cops
Arrested.
for like assault on a minor or something. Be like, he fucking had it coming.
and I don't know if you know this, but we don't have bail money, so there is that.
Oh.
Nobody got no bail money.
Oh.
Ain't nobody got no bail money.
Anybody got no bail money.
Hell no. Hell no.
Nah.
So, I guess there's a couple things that I want to talk about with Dynamite, and of course, they're just going to be so much better because Wendy was there and she can tell us the
course.
whole fucking vibe.
Let's do it.
So, let's talk about Cody's promo.
What was it, man? I was there and I was confused. I was like, what are you even talking about?
Are you kidding? I fucking loved it.
I never know what he's talking about. I don't know. Maybe it's the ADHD or something, but whenever he talks, I'm just like, I can't process what you're saying, man. Like,
I absolutely adored it. Like, that's the Cody I miss. Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't a babyface promo, but it wasn't a heel promo either.
it was like that, like he's straddling the fence.
Mhm.
Like,
He's
No,
teasing
wasn't it-
everybody.
Let me put it this way: it wasn't babyface, it wasn't heel, but what it was something that felt like a real promo. Like, he was sitting there
Yeah.
saying to everyone, while CM Punk was sitting on the couch, I'm out here in these streets, running from promotion to promotion, getting all in together, sparking this company, leading the way for it, doing all this shit so that he could show up. What you need to do is thank me. And I'm like,
it was weird when he came out. There was a mix of boos and cheers.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
kind of bizarre. I'll say that.
I'm not saying Cody's perfect. Don't get me wrong, but that's the best promo he's had in a very long time, and I love the fact that he
Yeah.
brought up all that because the best part of it was he wasn't wrong. When he left WWE, how many times did you hear people, I don't care, online or in the streets, saying, "Oh shit, Cody popped up in Impact. Oh shit, Cody's in ROH. Cody's
I
going to Japan.
remember.
Cody joined Bullet Club. Cody's with the Bucks saying fuck FTR. Cody's doing this. Cody's doing that. Cody. And then all of a sudden AEW comes around. Everybody's like, fuck Cody. Is it because you talked about him for the last 7 fucking years?
Fair point.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I would like him to be a little less, apple pie, chummy.
Yeah.
Yes.
We never
I
talked
want a
about that.
serious Cody.
Yeah,
I want the
we were
nightmare.
talking about it, and we were
Yes.
saying like it would be so much better if he was just like live up to the nightmare name, just fucking live
Mhm.
into it, you know. Quit
That's
being
me.
Mr. Nice
That was
guy
a
and
nightmare
like,
type
I'm gonna shit
promo.
in your coffee and punch your baby. Like,
Yeah.
maybe not literally snitskying it is a little too much, but
Yeah, that
just-
might be excessive. But
yeah.
that was a nightmare quality promo. Like, that's what he used to do. This is what I need.
Yeah.
It's like, Cody, I need you to focus on this right here. Forget all this other stuff. Focus on this right here. I'm glad you finally said the whole go-go thing was a bad look because we all thought it.
That was
But
yeah.
this is what you need to do right here.
Yeah.
Don't forget to talk about the House of Black interest.
Oh my god, that was amazing. Bradley, is that you?
I don't know because we get, unless the people on Facebook go and like give permission to our app to use their name, we don't get to use their name. So it just says Facebook user. So I don't know who that is. But holy shit, the Kings of the Black Throne. Oh!
That entrance!
Yes.
That entrance!
Oh!
Ah!
Oh!
And then when he was like, people of the Black Throne, like stand up, like everybody was on their feet. It was fucking amazing. Yeah,
Were you on your feet?
but that was, I'm sure Wendy was on her feet.
She better have
God,
been.
yeah. No,
She was on her feet on top of her chair so she could see over the big guy.
It was so
Oh my
amazing.
god, it was so, they are so good together. I've
Their
seen them in
entrance song had
PWG.
so much bass in it. I felt it in my chest, and I was like, I don't know if my heart's about to explode from the excitement or the bass in this fucking shit. But it was incredible. It was fucking amazing.
Either way, I'm ready to die.
yeah, pretty much. Take me, Jesus. This is fucking amazing. I can go now.
They are so good together. That entrance, that match, just like I've seen them in PWG a bunch, and they are good. And to see them translate over, it was even better on a grander stage. Like, hey,
Yeah,
Frank, what's going on, man?
Hey,
Cody
What
sucks.
up?
Just if anyone didn't know.
in case you were wondering.
Okay.
Thank you for sharing.
No, I actually really want Pac to be the third person in the House of Black, but it's looking like he's gonna feud with him.
Okay, we had a conversation about this in the arena because Brad's in the same boat. Jose says the opposite. I'm kind of like, I'm either or.
Brian's for both. Pac and Bruce's idea, Julia Hart in the House of Black together with those two.
Okay, but check it. Here's the point that Jose brought up. The rivalry. It's fucking amazing. It's going to be great. Those matches, admit it, those matches are going to be incredible shit.
Those Pac vignettes alone are just...
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
With the covered eyes, the tarot cards, the dark macabre spooky shit. Like
playing into the darkness.
This is what I need.
Playing into that occulty darkness is perfect.
Do me a favor, MLW, watch that and then adapt that to MLW Azteca. Yes. Can you do that, please? Because that's what we need.
Yep.
I love the show. I do. I'm just saying, take what you saw and kind of use that as your template.
Because those guys are brilliant together.
Mike, what did I miss? I just got here. Start over. All right, let me get the intro video up real quick.
Yeah, let's just erase 44 minutes of our life.
Why not? I waste more time on the stupid shit. I sat in a grocery line for 45 minutes. This is nothing.
Now, we've talked about Cody. We've talked about the House of Black. It is now time to talk about the ultimate power couple in wrestling.
Oh, you mean Adam and his obviously dominant woman, Britt Baker?
I think you mean Dr. Britt Baker and her boyfriend, Mr. Dr. Britt Baker.
Yes. Dr. Britt Baker and her +1.
Wow.
That was great. That's going
you could tell that they have been dying for this day to come.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell that they have been working out together in the ring for this day to come.
Yep.
And it showed up and it was fucking awesome.
Incredible.
That match was
damn good.
Crazy fucking good.
That table spot, everybody in my section was like, is that deliberate? Like, did he mean to hit her that hard? Because even he looked like, oh shit.
Yeah, even Orange Cassidy was like, "Oh, did I do that? Oh, my
Yeah.
bad. You all
And
right?"
all of us were like, "Ooh, was that supposed to happen like that?" Or
It wasn't until the Adam Cole promo after the match that I was like, "Okay, that was meant to happen. That was meant to happen."
but it was a nasty bump she took though. Like from where I was sitting, it looked kind of nasty.
Like a thud.
Yeah. And she was
The-
down there.
It looked like more of her shoulders and back of her neck hit the
Yeah, 'cause
mat.
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know if it was like during a commercial break, like after the match or whatever, because they never tell you when you're on commercial, really. But
Mhm.
Cole
because they
went
do
down to
picture
check
in
on
picture.
her. Cole went down to check on her, and she's just laying there, like just seized up, and she was just like, You could see her mouthing, "My neck, my neck, my neck." And I was like, "Ooh, nope, this does not look like it was
no bueno.
intentional."
Not good. People pray for Britt Baker. That's all.
Yeah, no. I mean, she was able to get up and everything, and she was able to move, but it was a little nerve wracking for a moment.
Yeah.
And we saw Chris Statlander die.
Yes, we did.
She did not move,
Yeah.
bruh. She was just still like, "Fuck it, nap time." It's like,
Yeah, she was
She pulled a
dead.
Cassidy and took a nap.
She did. She really did. I think, and I really think it's cute that Adam is following in the footsteps of the Good Doctor and having a lights out match at Beach Break.
oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
That-
Good for him. Good for him taking on his woman's example.
Following the leader.
Exactly.
Well, he
will
already
his,
copied
will
her
his
in
match
WWE.
live up to hers though?
No.
With him and Orange Cassidy.
No.
What do you think? What do you think?
No.
What is that noise, Bruce?
Ah, man, I don't know.
Is he flooded? What the fuck is going on?
I actually think it could. I think it could compare. I think it might actually could have a chance to be better.
You are optimistic and hopeful and everything that I'm not, and I appreciate you for it. But no.
Here's the thing: Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa is always going to be a classic, and always going to be one of those matches that gets talked about because
Oh, absolutely.
it was really the first time it had really been done on national television. And they went for like what, 30, almost 40 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
We went for gold.
Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, you had to pay to see Charlotte and Becky do that.
Because here's the thing. You see guys use thumbtacks all the time. Outside of that lights out match with Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker, you don't see a lot of women pulling thumbtacks, let alone using them. Even if they spill them, sometimes they don't use them. And that match was just so unique and so incredible that it's going to be hard to top.
Oh,
It might be, they might be able to do something like as good, close to as good. It's going to be a good match, but I just don't think it's going to be as good as Britt's.
I guess.
Sorry.
I guess we'll have to be. Wendy, how do you feel?
I feel like it's a wait and see for me. I have hope for it. I hope it's going to be fucking amazing because I love this kind of shit. I do hope it comes very minimally, very, very close to what Britt did, Britt and Thunder Rosa. I don't think they'll surpass it because that shit was fucking amazing. And like Dom said, it was an incredible match for fucking free, man.
Free.
So I have hopes for it, but I will wait and see before I judge it.
So apparently we've learned tonight that the only one whose hope is flown right out the window is this guy.
All hope
I'm
is
okay
lost.
with that. I'm too old for hopes and dreams. I live in reality. There's a difference.
No, I don't think we're ever too old for that, man.
Get this age and call me.
If DDP taught me anything in his autobiography, you're never too old for hopes and dreams, my man.
Which he says from a pile of money.
What? To be fair, he started off as an illiterate club manager.
So,
Literally illiterate.
gentlemen,
Yes.
yes, I said gentlemen.
Yes.
We are getting ready to enter the beginning of what is going to be the funnest fucking game in TRWT history.
Oh,
yes,
boy.
ladies and gentlemen, round one of Wrestler or Fan is going down right fucking now. So we've got this stuff fine-tuned and polished.
Time!
So these will all be either tweets or posts from fans or a wrestler, and they are all wrestling related. It's not,
Oh, boy.
hey, I walked my cat. We won't have anything like that. Everything has something to do with wrestling. Every tweet, everything that I get has to do with wrestling.
I was gonna say
Wendy.
that sounds like some Penelope Ford simp shit, but go ahead.
Wendy,
Bruce.
are you ready?
Fuck yeah, I'm ready.
Dom, are you ready?
Oh my hips.
I guess. I don't want to compete with Grandma. Grandma's back.
I want to do it. Let's do it. Let's
Wow, everybody watching and listening, you guys can join in and play too. Here we go. People are going crazy over this Mickey James appearance in the Royal Rumble, waiting to fantasy book. Use common sense and logic. Mickey is not under contract with Impact, so this is not a forbidden door situation. WWE is playing you just like they're playing Impact. Is that a wrestler or a fan?
Wow.
I'm gonna say
What
a
do you
fan.
guys got?
That's a fan.
I'm gonna say fan.
That was a fan.
Fuck yeah.
That was Chokeslam Wrestling Report.
Okay, what's happening, Chokeslam? I see you on Twitter every now and then.
All right, we are off to a good start. We're tied. Quick start.
Landed on my feet. Brother Nero would be proud.
Wrestler.
Wrestler. Matt Hardy.
No, that was actually Isaiah Cassidy, but yes, it was a wrestler.
Oh, okay. I was going for bonus. Are you ready? Break it down. Dun, dun, dun.
Here we go.
Here it
Alrighty.
is.
Don't you sound like a virgin? You look like the fan that buys women's wrestling gear just to sniff the crotch.
Oh.
Lame.
That's a wrestler, but I can't remember who
Wrestler.
it was. I saw it. And I was like,
Yeah, that
Oh,
was
that was Jade
that was
Cargill.
Jade. That was
Yeah.
Jade. Good God. Y'all are fucking y'all gonna
Love Jade Cargill.
I do too.
She's fucking amazing.
That bitch. Whew.
Right?
She's amazing.
All right, Brucey, what's next?
I'm going. I've got more. I was just trying to pick out which one I wanted to use next. Before WWE decided in the last 2 weeks that Alpha Academy would be champions, they'd lose 6 straight matches together and hadn't won a 2-on-2 match together since March. Heat them up.
That's a fan.
That's a fan. Sounds like some smart shit.
No, it was Sean Ross.
He's a fan.
Yes.
Mike says Russo.
Well, we both
You're
got
not
a point
wrong,
for that
though.
one? We both got a point for that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys are tied.
Yeah, I know. I'm keeping track. In my notes.
Am I the only one that's not writing shit down on this show?
Always write shit down.
So my hopes are going. I don't write shit down. Okay,
Fucking
we're
slap.
learning.
Oh, dang. Good push. Good push.
Excuse me. Thank you.
To be the greatest deathmatch wrestler of all time and still be so humble.
Wrestler.
Right. Fan.
That was a fan.
Fuck yeah.
Wow. Okay.
We're no longer
I could have
tied.
swore there was some stupid shit Nick Gage said. I'm just.
No, that was a fan replying to Matt Cardona, actually.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Fucking Matt Cardona.
At this point, I wish it was Nick Gage. There, I said it.
Wow. Here we go. Serena Deeb should now be given segments where she hosts a class and dissects how badly she beats her opponents. I actually like that idea.
That would be
Right.
awesome. I'd
I
watch
actually
the
like
fuck
that.
out of that. Tony, put that on the YouTubes. Put it on the YouTubes.
Wrestler or fan?
Fan.
Fan.
That was a fan.
Fuck yeah.
Hold
What
on.
is
I
next?
got one. I think I got one more.
We need a theme song.
Yes. Here we go. Last one for the
Hit me with
first round. Y'all ready for Dynamite on TBS tonight?
I'm gonna say that was a wrestler.
I'm gonna say fan just to be different.
That was a wrestler. That was Sky Blue. Wendy takes round 1.
Okay.
Ding, 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 ding. Wendy is
Yeah,
up 1-0. 1-0 in wrestler or fan. Wendy is up. Holy shit. Cody.
Not bad for a return.
Cody's.
Not bad. Welcome back, Grandma.
Hell yeah, with a vengeance, motherfuckers.
So I kind of threw a segment together like at the last minute. And I mean, it wasn't a filler segment. It was just something I wanted to try as maybe a new segment that we could do.
All right.
Okay.
Kind of I guess we can call it the Battle Royal. Basically where you guys, if you guys have something you want to talk about, we'll talk about what you guys want to talk about like in wrestling. So,
wow.
whatever you guys got on your mind in wrestling, we will talk about right now.
Oh man, as soon as he says that, I draw a blank.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No,
You know what? Okay. Let me say this real quick. After how long have we been with lockdowns and COVID and all this shit? After like this 5 ever of shit, it feels so good to be back at a wrestling show. I know my last one was in November and again now, but it made me want to go back to see many more. And I think that's going to be my goal for this year, to go to more wrestling shows. Like not just, big promos, but like go to the indie shows around here and stuff. Support my indie wrestling, man. Like it made me fucking happy again. I was like, fuck yeah, wrestling. Yeah. That's how I feel about that.
Oh,
Okay.
So that's why it's nice to have Grandma back. That's all. But I mean, Mike does bring something up that I wanted to touch on because the rumors of Cody being currently a free agent and appearing at the Royal Rumble have ran rampant for at least a week, maybe 2 now. And he even mentioned something in his promo about that.
Didn't he like give a little like a in his promo?
Yeah. Along with the Gunther McGillicuddy, whatever name change thing that had me on the floor. But it's... I wonder if this is just Cody trolling, or is this actually going to happen? And who does he come back as? Does he come back as the dashing one? Does he come back as Stardust?
Wouldn't it be funny if he does a Mick Foley and comes back as all of them? Like
all of his personas?
Entrance? That would be...
Well, they don't have enough talent, so I don't see why not.
Exactly.
He'd come out as Stardust, then he could come out as Cody in the Nose Guard, where he was all evil. Then he could come back as the dashing one.
Yeah.
I know they're not going to use... That's the thing. Even if they decided to use some of these guys, they're not going to use them as whatever the fuck they are outside of WWE.
No.
I would love to see that, but it's not going to happen. If Matt Cardona comes back, he is going to be Zack Ryder for one night.
Yep.
If Adam Shearer shows up, he's going to be Braun. If Cody shows up, you are not going to hear that theme song. You are not going to hear the American Nightmare. You're not going to hear any of it. If Chris Jericho shows up, they are not playing Judas.
Nope, that is Y2J coming out.
Yeah.
Yep, we're back to...
Oh my god.
Speaking of Jericho, did you hear the rumor that his wife was at the Capitol riot last year?
Oh, yes.
Really?
Yeah.
I heard something about that.
On it, but I think that's what I heard.
I heard something, or I read something like quick blip on it the other day, and I was like,
Yeah.
I gotta look into this because I was kind of just back and forth doing whatever, and totally forgot to go back. I'm sorry,
What
guys.
I saw was a meme, and it was like AEW releases Chris Jericho's new shirt, and it had like his face on it, and it said, "Where's my wife?"
Mike says Cody would come back as Star Rhodes.
Oh my god! No, I
At
want
least
to
it
see
would
Mick
it would
Foley.
be better than Rhodes Dust.
Oh Jesus!
I want him to do the
God.
Mick Foley and come back as like all of his personalities in the WWE.
That would be awesome.
And just throw people for a loop.
Damn it! Now I can't find it. I had the PWI awards, and now I can't find them.
Cody Dust.
Cody Dust.
Cody Dust.
You will never forget the name of Cody Dust.
You think we'll get like Goldust for it, or would Dustin be like, "Nah, I don't need your shit"?
No.
Dustin would be like, "Go ahead, I can't use it anyway."
He's like, I don't give a fuck. Oh, dude, that was so cool. I almost forgot. That was one of the coolest, seeing Jake the Snake come out and like everybody lose their shit for him.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Made me so happy. Made me kind of sad that he had to go back, but I was happy to see him in general.
I love Jake.
Now
I really
here's a question for you guys.
Yeah,
Do
yeah.
you
Here's an
th-
answer
do-
for you,
do-
Bruce.
Do you think they're setting up Lance Archer for failure again, just like they did with Cody in the TNT title? Do you really think Lance Archer is going to be the one to dethrone Hangman?
I was gonna say, I hate to say this, but no, he's not gonna be taking that.
As much as I want him to, I don't think it's gonna happen.
Mm-mm.
I would love to see Lance Archer with the AEW title. Like when he was holding it, I was like, that looks good on him. I'm just saying.
I
But
don't think to give it to him yet, though. Not yet.
I don't think it's gonna happen. It's too soon.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, we're now at a point where Hangman has made one title defense.
Yeah.
One.
Mm-hmm.
He had a draw and then he defended it once.
And he hasn't wrestled since.
Yeah. Well, now granted, he did wrestle for like an hour and 45 minutes in 2 matches. So you
Yeah.
need a little time after that.
It's gonna be hard to like top those matches, though. Like, those were some damn good matches.
They were. They're out of this world.
I just
matches.
don't see Lance Archer being the guy. Not now. Not now. I would
Never.
love to see it, but
Not against Hangman.
I could more see him going after whoever wins this ladder match and gets the TNT title and winning that.
That I
than-
can see. Yeah.
Than beating Hangman. Because when you look at it, like Sammy had a run, Cody took it. Sammy is interim champ. They're gonna have a ladder match, but either way, these guys have been TNT champion. Where Hangman, on the other hand, is freshly minted, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't. I see it being. I honestly, and I'm not saying this just to be a smartass. I think MJF's going to be the one that dethrones him.
You know, I could see that. I could actually fucking see that.
Maybe close to halfway through the year. Maybe
It would-
towards.
It would be a
Towards the end
good.
of it.
It would be a good homegrown rivalry that they have, kind of picked and plotted at since the very beginning. So I could see that. It would be cool.
That'd be interesting. The cowboy and the gentleman kind of thing. Although he is no gentleman, he's a complete fucking scumbag. But
Who?
your boyfriend.
Well, how dare you talk about the salt of the earth like that?
And this is why I love
Well, I
having
mean,
Grandma back.
Consider how he's treating my boyfriend, scumbag.
No, he's treating him like an employee.
He's being a fucking scumbag,
Oh boy,
But he's an employee.
I saw this coming.
and he's a scumbag boss. You can still be a boss.
Employee.
Scumbag
Oh, boy.
boss.
No,
Pray for me, y'all.
We're gonna get nowhere. We're gonna get nowhere with this.
no.
I'm caught in the crossfire of this shit. Pray for me, y'all.
Brucey, you're entitled to your opinion, even if it's wrong.
I knew she was
No,
going to
no,
say
no,
that.
no. 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 No.
Yes.
If your boy toy was paying attention, his ass wouldn't have got pinned 2 weeks ago.
Well, it's not like Sean Spears could say anything though. The man got hoofed in the face, and that was
Well, that's Sean Spears.
I'm just gonna
That's
leave
Sean
this here.
Spears.
well. I mean, your Brewdog pinned all of his hopes and dreams on him.
That's all right because his bitch is gonna win him the TNT title.
Okay, if Ted DiBiase has not proved this years ago, no man can win another man a title. It doesn't work like that. If you win the title, you're the champ.
Nope.
Remember when he
because
paid
it's
Andre?
in Wardlow's
Remember when he
contract.
paid Andre the Giant to win the WWE Championship and give it to him,
I love
and they
it.
never recognized him? That doesn't work.
Mm.
That's never worked.
This is AEW. It can work.
I'm trying to pull us out of this rabbit hole, folks. I really am.
Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here.
I know I instigated it with the photo and everything, but
You did.
this is our new segment, When Marks Collide.
Marks Collide. Yes. That was good. That was a good one.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
It's true. It's true.
Well, here Wendy and these guys talking about Jake and all this just had something pop in my head, especially while I was sitting here trying to ignore what the hell you guys were arguing over. Who do we think is the greatest superstar to never win a WWE title? Because for me, Mr. Perfect.
Mr.
Yeah.
Perfect was a wrestler.
He was still in WWF and he never won the title.
He was a wrestler, not an entertainer.
Let's not start there.
He definitely elevated the Intercontinental title. And if he
Oh,
would
yes.
do that for the IC title, imagine what he would have been able to do with the world title. Like it would have been no one could live up to that reputation.
Well, they had
No.
they had these like unspoken rules back in his day where like the guy who was the biggest draw, Hogan, whoever, they were the WWE champion. But the guy they considered to be the best wrestler in the company was Intercontinental champion. And you saw it with guys like him and Bret Hart and Ricky Steamboat and Macho Man and that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I still think he had enough between his wrestling ability and the Mr. Perfect gimmick. I mean, that shit was over. I grew up in that. That was huge. Do you know how many people were trying to like throw a basketball over the back of their heads and get it to go nothing but net like Mr. Perfect because they watched the vignette? How many people my age used to like back in the day spit their gum out and try to slap it?
All the time.
Or take a towel and toss it behind your back, catch it with the other hand. And
No, that never could catch.
even when he got to the table, I would do the pencil flip, like in my class, like when I was done with my homework or my test or something, I'd like flip my pencil.
What does that say about Mr. Perfect, though, that not even his own son could live up to it?
I don't think his son was given a fair shot.
Do you think he would have been able to if he had been able to get out from under his father's shadow? Would he have been able to live up to the standard he set up?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
You gotta understand, you're talking to two men who started the hashtag push Axel movement long ago.
Fair.
Like no, that dude was good.
Mm-hmm,
I'm sorry, but I have one even more crazy.
Okay.
Hot Rod Roddy Piper.
Fuck yeah.
Yes.
Dude, Hot Rod was my first favorite wrestler growing up, and he is the reason I love heels always, no matter what.
Yeah. Mine was very good. His was better. Hot Rod was amazing. I mean, he could do it all.
You're fucking good.
You know, one of the first feuds that I ever, well, not ever, but that I can really remember is the Roddy Piper Bret Hart story when Bret Hart was the Intercontinental Champion and Roddy Piper was actually the babyface in this scenario, saying that he was going to take that Intercontinental title from Bret Hart and win his first championship. Bro, and I ate that shit up like a friggin' cookie. Like, oh my God, Piper's gonna win. Yes, he's gonna get the title. This is awesome. And then he lost, and I was like, oh.
So disappointing. So disappointing.
Brucey ate that up like Funyuns after a day with Matt Riddle.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Yes.
Just give me that.
Yes.
You got any more?
Have
Cottonmouth's a bitch. You got any more?
Well, with all that being said, Wendy, what's your final thoughts for the night?
My final thoughts. Well, it seems like WWE is really having a rough go of things. And I just hope that they finally get their heads out of their asses and actually listen to the fans. Pay more attention
Never
to what
gonna happen.
competition is doing. A girl can dream. A girl can dream, Lucy.
I know. I'm sorry.
Don't take my hope from me.
Oh, my bad, yo.
Mine's already gone.
I blame Vince. It's all Vinny's fault, damn it. But yeah, no, I mean, I just hope they realize what the competition is putting out there. And I don't just mean AEW. I mean, like, everybody else out there. Because a bad MLW show is better than a good WWE show any day. I'm just saying. And they're one of
that is very true.
And I think if they actually got their heads out of their asses and paid attention to what's happening, they could definitely become top contenders again. Until then, we'll just have to wait and see and just watch what everyone else is giving us. So, you know, that's my thought on wrestling this week.
Okay. Very nice. Dom?
Okay, first and foremost, it is so good to have Wendy back. Jesus Christ, I miss this woman. But I don't know how much of it you've seen, but the card for MLW Super Fight looks fucking amazing. There must be like 13 matches on it, and I can't find a bad one. like there's some potential ones here and there, but like the new version of LAX going up against Aerostar, Drago, Hammerstone in the main event, everything top to bottom just looks so good. Like, I am looking forward to that shit so badly. And if we're going to get surprises from other promotions in WWE, I don't care if it's Cody, I don't care if it's whoever, I know what I said. Play them out like their current wrestling gimmick. I want to, I know we joke about Cody Dust or Roadstar or whatever the fuck we were doing earlier. I want to hear them say American Nightmare.
I want to hear one.
I want to hear Judas, and I want to see Jericho rolling down the ring. Okay? I want to see Mickie James coming out to Hardcore Country with the Impact title in her hand.
She is.
But we haven't seen it yet. You hear a lot. But you gotta see it.
It came out of her mouth in an interview.
I understand. Yeah. But this is also WWE that we're dealing with. So they will say this, that, and the other, and then day of the show, like 5 minutes before she's going to go out. Oh, by the way, take that title off. We've got your old music queued up. Here's some bell bottoms.
I can see Mickie being, though, like, y'all need me more than I need you, so you're going to give me what I fucking want. I know my value. Fuck you. Pay me.
I'm just saying. I want to see all of the... If you're going to do the surprises, if you're going to bring in people from other promotions, I want to see them come out as whoever the fuck they are in that promotion. Not whoever the fuck they were in yours.
Yeah.
If you want to create this buzz and make it out like all of a sudden you're down with the Forbidden Door 2 years late, I want to see it. And this time Wendy laughed because we weren't in competition and somebody said Forbidden Door.
Yeah.
I want to see
Forbidden Door.
I want to see, in essence, the original like ECW invasion in '97, where like Sabu came in, he was just Sabu. The Eliminators showed up; they were just the Eliminators. These guys were these guys. Sandman came in with a beer in his hand and a cigarette. Yep. I want to see that type of authenticity in this year's Royal Rumble if you plan to use these guys, or don't bother.
Hey, Dom.
Hey, Bruce.
Hey, do you think the Forbidden Door is mahogany or pine?
You know what? Since it'll make Wendy laugh harder, more than likely, it's Redwood.
Yes.
Untreated, petrified Redwood.
That's one strong forbidden door.
That's a pretty it's a
That's a tough forbidden door to kick in right there. You're gonna need one hell of a battering ram.
All right. Listen. All right, here we go. You can find.
He's gonna try to regroup. It's not gonna work. Watch.
You can find us on Facebook. At Top Rope Wrestling Talk. You can find that's our group. I'm trying to recover from that. That was too funny. Yes, that is our Facebook group. You can also find us at the same place on Facebook at Top Rope Wrestling Talk, and that is our page. And then you can also find us on the Twitter machine at Top Rope WT, and then you can find us at the PWI Awards worst Instagram handle at top_rope_wrestling_talk. Thank you, PWI, for the award. We are greatly appreciative of it. Wendy, tell the world where they can listen to us.
Let's see if I can remember, y'all. I've been out of practice for a hot minute.
If not, I've been pretending to be you. So.
But
I've started with like Hundo P, son, suck the farts out my ass every time.
accurate portrayal of me. You can find us on anchor.fm/TRWT. From there, you can find us wherever podcasts are freely distributed, including Spotify, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, and all those weird little random ones that like nobody listens to, but you should, so you can hear us. You can also find us on the YouTubes as a Foxden Jown, Gawn. Ironically enough, I'm watching Creed right now, and they do say Joan a lot because it's a Philly thing. Exactly, my man.
Exactly. I'm smoking this Joan. I'm drinking this Joan. I'm live on this Joan.
Joan, and I'm writing on this Joan. You know
what the fuck is going on?
Bruce is my Joan. Is he your Joan? He's my Joan. Bruce is your Joan?
He's our Joan. He's our Joan. He's a collective Joan.
Not bad for a Texas girl, right?
I was gonna say I'm officially changing the name of the YouTube channel to the Forbidden Door is made of petrified redwood.
John.
The Forbidden John is made of petrified redwood. There we go. Perfect.
There it is. On that note, Dom, tell them where they can find some TRWT John.
She means merch.
Yes, she does. You can find all our merch, like Jones you wear, or Jones you write in, or Jones you stick on your refrigerator. You know, at TRWT merch. The Forbidden Door is made of redwood. No, I'm kidding. TRWTmerch.threadless.com. We have all kinds of shit. You wouldn't even every option, every color, international shipping, the whole nine. Go to TRWTmerch.threadless.com and get you some today. And so when people ask, you can say, when people say, what is that on your shirt or your mug or whatever? Oh, just the greatest fucking wrestling podcast in parts unknown.
And then when you go to wrestling shows, you can wear your fucking TRWT shirt like I do every single time.
And we love her for
shit. Although I'm not wearing it tonight. I am here with Suplex.
That's okay.
Showing some love to my bras in Chile.
Gotta show some love to Pipe and Gonzalo.
Right? You got to. Anything else, y'all?
With that being said, Wendy.
Bruce.
Wendy.
Stay fresh, cheese bags.
Dom.
Enjoy wrestling, y'all. If it's not your cup of tea, let somebody else drink it. And remember, the Forbidden Door is made of redwood.
Not mahogany.
Not cherry?
Not elm.
Not bamboo?
Deuces, nope. Bitches.
Not plywood. See you next week, y'all.